Hello, Struckweb. Today I will be streaming a bit of Chaos 7 farming with the Undefeated set. The only set that can actually handle sowing kills. So we'll see how much good stuff we can get in a few hours of playing Chaos 7 only. I won't try to make the runs as fast as possible, but I won't try to make them too slow either. So however fast it turns out to be, that would kind of be it. I did not farm gold today, so maybe eventually every now and then I would have to do some lesser relic runs. So let's start with the greater one, so that we can at least keep it going without resetting too much. Okay, let's start it off. This build is slightly different than what I'm using in regards to the build video, because I think I did some changes. Can't remember exactly what was shown in the build video, but probably I was missing Elixir of Power. Maybe I had it, maybe I didn't, but in any case, I'm kind of playing with it now. We'll see how big the crits can go that way. I do have some better gear that is upgraded, but I didn't equip it because I kinda don't wanna go and bless it with the mage right now. Not that I've got much blessing material anyways. I'm wondering how much bleeding damage those moving enemies would be taking, since I'm using the passive that makes them take more damage while they're moving. And I probably should change the god skills. I don't think I would need that extra cooldown reduction, and I could benefit from some extra damage and armor piercing, but for now I'll play like this. This is like my passives for my Wacht Song build. I kind of didn't change the passives, the god skills for that build, and I just switched the gear only. Slightly changed the normal skills, the active skills. Since boss, that's what I'll do. Because we haven't heard from the developers on Steam for quite some time. So neither news of upcoming updates, nor hotfixes, nor updates. Kind of silence. Tomorrow I'm thinking whether I should try out the Diablo 2 mod for Grim Dawn. I've checked some videos, and Grim Dawn does have a very nice Diablo 2 mod. So maybe I might try and play it soon. Alternatively, I can kind of stream some more Torchlight Frontiers tomorrow, or maybe even go back to some Titan Quest playing. But the Grim Dawn Diablo 2 mod, if I can run it on Ashes of Malmut, if I don't need the new patch, the new DLC that's paid, I can probably try and stream this, because it will be quite fun. Having the Diablo 2 classes in Grim Dawn seems like a very nice combination. This guy's got some invulnerability skill on. I think it's gone, yeah. He has some sort of self buff, and then for a few seconds you're barely hitting him. Just like 2 million or... And I can go for the boss now. Let's kill this one. Just a quick kill. Wish more of the other classes, more of the other builds would actually become as powerful as this one. Because this seems pretty nice and fun to play. It seems kind of maybe just slightly more powerful than the build should be for Chaos 7. But I think all other builds need to be as powerful as this one. If this one gets nerfed by like 10-15%, it won't be bad. Then the other builds can either be buffed up to be as powerful, or Chaos 7 in general could be kind of nerfed. But this seems like a good thing to try and make all the other builds on par with. Oh, I think the one-shot skill is coming. Is it? Well, I guess he died from the bleeding. Should I try a Grand Relic map? I found some gold now. I also need to keep paying attention to how many items I've got in my bags. So things like yesterday's accident where I lost a green item wouldn't happen.
Hi.
Hi the Duke Yusu. Usual or whatever it's pronounced. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Welcome to my YouTube channel, nice to have you here. This. Today I've decided to play Chaos 7, and since this is the only build that can handle it solo in a normal speed instead of having to take ages, I've decided to just play this build for today. Kind of felt like farming some Chaos 7 runs, something different than what I normally do. Oh shit, big chest, I wanna open this. Okay, nothing worth taking. Look at the FPS drop when there's so many of those purple missile enemies. I wanna see something, how much damage I can do with just the base. Wow, was that 18-19 million from bleeding? Or was it from the from the Fury? Is there a Fury with bleeding? Maybe this one? No, all of them seem to be physical or fire, but nothing seems to do bleeding. Chance to wear them.
This is C7.
Fuck, it's not C7, sorry. Let me quickly change it. I was wondering
I
why it
only
was...
max C5.
Oh, Chaos 5 is the maximum for console, but you can see on PC we have Chaos 7. I just wanted to collect some money quickly before starting the Chaos 7. And I even didn't notice that it was C5.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Take me like that. Hit me.
Okay. The damage is there, I'm just not as good for dodging. But yeah, can do shit tons of damage to them. Even though they're Chaos 7 monsters. But I kind of should avoid this act, I should only do Act 1 and Act 2. The other acts are kind of very terrible with the one-shots in there. Not the best to do on a dwarf character for sure. All the mages here that can one-shot you, the fire that can one-shot you.
You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Just another second.
You can see many things can one-shot me. I'll just rush to the boss though.
No, I need more time. No, I need more time. No, I need more time. I need to fight. Nothing can stop you.
Should be just around the corner if I'm not mistaken. Let's open this chest.
What a sweet death.
Ah shit, just when I was about to heal and the tornado cockblocked me. And did you see what happened? I was spawned in between two tornadoes, like there were two tornadoes in each of my side, like one behind me, one in front of me.
And I'll crush them all.
There should probably be some limitations. A tornado should not be able to spawn within like less than 5 meters from another tornado.
You'll never take me like that. Nothing can stop. Need more time. What a sweet death. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
doing a lot of damage, I'm not sure who. It's usually those mages that kill me on this boss. Because the boss is easy to dodge and kite. The mages aren't, because they're range damage. Ah, fuck. What happens when you don't have money? Can you still revive?
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Ah, come on, I was dodging fucking tornadoes, man. It's always the stupid tornadoes on this map. I wish they never added them in the game. It's kind of annoying the way they spawn in the most annoying places.
Let's give them a little respite. You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Nothing can stop you. Don't toy with me. Just strike the fatal blow.
I go to work now.
Using
WHE tonight arrived to house see this video. GL.
No worries,
Ciao.
dude. Good luck to you as well. Till next time.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
Ah, come on. He was so close to dying. This is just such BS.
Let's give them a little respite. I must return to the fight. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite.
Well, I'm gonna skip this act next time. Next time I'm just gonna do Act 1 and Act 2. Just to avoid some annoying imbalanced mechanics. Imbalanced damage. One shot is never fun. I mean, we're not playing an arcade game, we're playing an ARPG.
And I'll crush them all.
It's not the main point to make people place coins for extra life.
No, I need more time. What a sweet death. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. What a sweet death. Need more time.
Okay, finally. So I'm gonna stick to Nurgle and Korn. Just easier there, less annoying mechanics. But I won't be able to do Grand Relic hunts because I don't have the gold to do that. So I'm gonna do a few lesser ones. And once I get some gold, I'll start doing something different, like Grant or greater at least.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. I need to fight. Nothing can stop you.
Hey is struck.
Just another second and I'll crush them all. Stop you.
Okay, is he scared of me? He keeps running away and leaving a poison trail behind him. I'm not gonna bother him. Let's just kill something easy. There should be a healer. There we go, healer here. Oh come on, I was pressing my ancestor's gift. The game is having some delays as if it's lagging, but it's not on a server, so it shouldn't be lagging. But I'm sure that I've pressed my number 3 like at least 1.5 seconds before I died. Okay, I'm not gonna bother losing time when there's a healer there. Okay, let's keep running towards the boss now. Oh, he's right here.
Let's give him a little respite. Don't destroy them.
Ah, fuck.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Ah, come on. Now even an elite arrived.
No, I need more time. Can stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time.
Why is it not allowing me to use the damn ancestor's gift?
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, one more elite showed up. When he's moving, it's very good for me because he's taking a lot of damage just from the bleeding. Okay, next. Look at how far the chest is.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, let's see the next one. What will we get? I'm not Grunt. Let's do a greater this time. Perfect Act 2.
I must return to the fight. Nothing can stop you. What a sweet death needs to fight. Nothing can stop you.
When there's not many enemies around me, the damage kinda suffers. So maybe I should just ignore some single elites. Okay, this one is invulnerable. The one that can usually get 1-2 shot was taking like just 2 million per hit. No, I almost died there. We can go for the boss now. Doing the big wave.
Just another second and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time.
Right on time.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
And this keeps happening. I didn't want to enter the portal, I just wanted to move away from the enemies. But I end up clicking on the portal because it's too close to the chest. We've got money for a grant. Yeah, and that's what happens when I try a grand map. Shit modifiers.
Let's give them a little flashbang. I must return to the fight. Nothing can stop me. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time.
Shit. Middle of the air. Kinda couldn't do anything while I'm mid-air. It's funny how I'm mid-air, but they can still hit me. He died from the bleeding.
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop me. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop me. I need more time. No, I need more time. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them
It's not a bad drink to have.
Nothing can stop you.
But it's so easy to lose my cursor in the melee.
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
The One Punch Man. Make it easier to see where One Punch Man is. Managed to escape on the in the last moment. Now let's see the ring that dropped. Not so bad, but yeah, instead of crit damage I would have preferred a crit chance, then it would have been an amazing ring. Does this have crit chance? Yeah, it does. 8.1 even. I could try changing something for a more farming setup. So if I were to go for less damage, more farming and less what was it? 10% crit damage, because I don't wanna go on my mage for the blessing, so for now I'm gonna have to settle with this one. And maybe some extra flat damage. So I'm gonna lose some DPS, but overall for farming that's extra 31% wood quality, which is quite nice. If I add extra 100 from the passive, that would be 336. So I'm gonna lose this damage, but let's add some extra wood quality. Let's see if it helps me a bit with the farming.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. I need to fight. Nothing can stop me. More time. I've lost the blood. Let's give them a little. You're not take me like that. Stop. Hit me.
Shit. Okay. Ah, come on. And there goes the extra 100% wood quality, just lost it. Now we're back to 4.6.
I need to fight. Can stop you. Just another second and I'll crush them all. Nothing. Just another second and I'll crush them all.
Perfect spot to stop and just kill some enemies. And since there's demonic portals, they're gonna keep spawning.
Let's give them a little respite. Just another second and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Even when they're not moving, I think. getting stuck.
I need more time.
Okay, a bit more enemies and then we should be good to go for the boss fight.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. What a sweet death. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Just another second and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No one can stop me. More time. Just another second and I'll crush them all.
Oh, it's comboed even this time. Big weight followed by a side stomp.
Second and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you.
Although let's avoid saying bite the pavement because it's a bit racist. If you watch this film, American History X. This is a keeper 7 cooldown reduction, so losing 0.6 or 0.8, not so bad. Let's do a greater relic map this time. To keep switching it up. I wanna try the Victor's Tribute with this build, so I'm hoping a green Victor's Tribute would drop. This is the only axe I haven't gotten as a green, after getting the Impatient one green yesterday.
Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Stay here, let's just keep moving.
I need more time.
Some easy targets here. Move. And we're good to go already.
Let's give them a little rest. Nothing can stop you. No, need more time.
Kinda close. Put the chest down here. Totally worth checking. Okay, not this time I guess.
And I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
HP, need HP.
Another second and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. You'll never take me like that. Nothing can stop. Need more time.
Okay, let's check here. Okay, Gauntlets of Grimnir's tattoos. .8 flat damage, and this is 6.4 flat damage. Okay, now we're talking. And even more HP. Just losing some shitty 36% crit damage. I can live without that. Since it's giving me 600 flat damage, it's totally worth 600 flat damage. Let's say that is worth around 80 or 76. No, around 110 or 115 crit damage. So it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna have to start putting some things in the warehouse soon. For now, let's just sell the junk ones. Okay, this was greater. Let's do another grunt. Exploding enemies. Okay, this is gonna be a bit tough, and cooldowns have a chance to increase. Also not really a good one, but let's see how it goes. All that matters is the boss fight. The rest kind of fodder. So now there's a healer. Definitely not worth my time here. Gonna find something easy to kill. Almost got myself killed. And he's invulnerable. Yeah. He was barely taking any damage for a few seconds. So they do this thing where they spread their arms to the side, and then for the next few seconds they're barely taking any damage. Those hooded enemies. Okay, no chest here. Oh, and now we're ready to go for the boss, which is exactly what I intend to do. I just need to get this chest quickly.
Just another second. I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
Okay.
Another second, and I'll
Forgot exploding enemies. And there's portals. Okay, this is an interesting combo. Exploding enemies and portals regularly appear with more. Look at that, that just happened. Yeah. Jumping right into the explosions. So this is a nasty combo. Not only do they explode, but there's constantly enemies spawning, and from the ones you kill easily. Have to play it a little bit the pussy way. Kind of hit and run, hit and run. Ah, just when I was about to use my invulnerability. I already pressed the button 3 times, but it was still performing the previous animation.
Just another second and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time. Just another second and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite.
This is gonna be over in a moment.
I need more time.
Okay, just a little bit safer. One more move, there we go.
I need more time. Let's give them a little respite.
Oh, not Act 3, anything but Act 3 and 4. Even 4 is acceptable, but 3 isn't. Let's sell. Okay, nothing to sell, let's go. Let's check the chest. Oh, it's a big chest. Okay, chest, be good to me. I can't open it, so many enemies. Fuck, got stuck.
And I'll crush them all.
Finally. Actually, let's kill those. They were quite low on HP, most of them.
I need more time.
For those, there's constant food of enemies if you stay in one place for a long time. For like a big battle. And you end up killing more for less.
Another second, and I'll crush them all. Just another second, I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
I jumped right where I didn't want to. Ah, boy. Invulnerability right away.
Second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. I need to fight. Nothing. No, I need more time. I've lost the blood rush. Stop me. I've lost the blood rush. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you.
Move. And back.
Let's give them a little respite.
Shit, I gotta move. And good to go. Oh, move.
Nothing can stop you. Just another second.
Okay, let's see the Let's jump one more time. Let's open. We didn't jump enough times. Next time I'm gonna jump 10 times before opening the chest. Each time I'm gonna jump a different number of times just to see which one works. Just to make some more confirmation bias theories. Do I have more money? Okay, I'm gonna have to do another greater. Oh, come on, don't throw me. This is not bad. I don't know how to do the emotes, by the way. Is there a button for the emotes? Options? Control? W, okay.
Down I slash, I pound, I gut. I slash, I pound, I
Okay, I'm gonna do some emotes before opening the chests next time. Let's do one. Ah, fuck, he killed me. I can do the emote invulnerable. Ah, fuck. Okay, let's kill those now. Kinda stuck, can't jump. Okay, now I can. Okay, a few more kills. Oh, nice, thank you. What dropped? Crest of Grimnir, okay. How much is the 4.4? Ah, that's because I died, yeah. Ah, shit. Just when I was about to heal with Past Bastion. There is some delay and some skills you kind of can't use, especially if an enemy is knocking you back. You kind of have to wait for the knockback animation. Okay, let's keep it moving. Still the same wood quality, so it doesn't matter, I guess. Once you die and lose that extra 100%, I guess no matter how many more times you die, you can't regain it. Okay, let's group them up. There should be quite a few. Let's get this guy as well. The one-shotty one-punch man. Where did the big guy go? He's kind of a glitch, he doesn't want to hit us. Oh, we can go to the boss now. Let's go. Not maximizing damage at the moment, I'm using a semi-farming set. I'm not using Elixir of Power, I'm using a Wookiee Charm in the passives for extra 100% wood quality. And I replaced my necklace for one that gives me 31 extra wood quality but less cooldown reduction.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Is he gonna do the AoE? Yeah, he is.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Let's give them a little
Okay.
respite.
Ah, fuck! I didn't notice him doing this thing, this AoE. Just when it was going okay. Okay, this was a nice greeting, spawn kill.
Nothing can stop me. More time. You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Nothing can stop you.
Oh, now enemies with banners came to buff the boss.
No, I need more time. Let's give them a little respite.
Shit, run, 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 Forest. Don't die.
Respite. No, I need more time.
Okay. We're good now.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. I need nothing can stop you.
So what did I get from the previous run? Grimnir gauntlets, was it? Okay, let's check those gauntlets quickly. Was it this? Might have been something else. I'm not sure what I got. Anyways, it was... Oh, it was Crest of Grimnir. Ritual Crest of Grimnir. Maybe it was this one. Or this one. 8.2 17,000, 7 18,000. So one's more HP, quite a lot more HP. The other one is 1.2% more cooldown reduction. I guess both of them are nice. I'm gonna put some stuff in the warehouse. No build video posts from me today because I'm kind of done with them. For now. Eventually I'll probably have to redo them once they shift some things around, change some stuff, add new stuff. But for now I do have build videos for each single set on each character, so that's 12 build videos, 12 sets. So if anyone wants to see something specific, some specific type of content, I'm open for suggestions. Like if anyone wants to see a invasion guide, maybe I can try and do something specifically for the invasion, although there's not much to be done in regards to that. I kind of do say the basics in most of my build videos when I'm talking about invasion related item drops that you can get for the... If there's any other games that you guys may want me to stream or make content for that are not buy to play, that are free to play, I wouldn't mind it, especially if they're ARPGs. I've been looking for something to play. I've been eyeing Vast Epoch, but since it's not launched, I don't think it's worth it for me to play it yet. Maybe later on when it launches. but it's still in beta, so I'll just give it some more time to properly develop.
I need more time. I must return to the fight.
Tomorrow I'll probably stream Torchlight Frontiers, so if anyone is interested in the game, I will be doing a few hours of Torchlight Frontiers tomorrow. Maybe even during the daytime. I'm 2 hours ahead of UK time, so if I wake up tomorrow early, I may not be busy and I may just scream for a bit in the day and then later on more during the night time some Torchlight Frontier. I've also been thinking of playing the Diablo 2 Grim Dawn mod. If I can play it on Ashes of Malmut, if I don't need the last expansion, the last DLC. Because I don't have the money to buy it. And I don't want to borrow my brother's account for it. But I've been hearing about Last Epoch. I've been hearing that it looks worse than it actually feels when you play the game. So if you're playing the game, it feels better than what you can see from gameplay videos and streams. That's what I've been hearing about the game. Not sure if it's true, but until I get my hands on a copy of the game, there's not much I can do about it. Oh, almost stood there for the explosion. But it seems like a very fun game for theory crafting, for making builds and stuff. I'm surely probably gonna be having a lot of fun if I try the game. With all those different skill trees. Okay, let's see, do we have money for... a grand map? Oh yeah. Come on, I really don't want to do this, but I might as well do this. Let's jump right into the difficult map, Act 3. Let's lose my cursor in the field. I wonder if there's an ini file or some sort of image file that I can open and modify to make the cursor bigger. Wow, look at that. Right, the first group one-shot me. Kind of what I was expecting. Those enemies never bring the loop when they're attacking you. Even the most basic enemy here can one-shot. Ah, fuck. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a shitstorm. Let's just try and find more enemies. Come on! I don't even have enough time to react because of the animation time. So while my character is in between animations, he's getting wrecked. This is why this map is kind of unplayable on Chaos 7. Okay, let's try and at least complete it somehow. There should be a way to complete, and we haven't even encountered the big guys or the healers yet. So this is just the most basic of enemies you can find on the map. Now healers in the mix. Need the elf. I do have an elf, but the elf can do Chaos 7 for sure. Hello STR4PT. Welcome to Twitch channel, nice to have you there. What do you mean by kill them without seeing you? Do you mean there's invisibility? Because I haven't found an invisibility in the game. Unless there's something I'm missing. Or do you mean killing them from a long distance, like with summons and stuff like that? But yeah, the elf on KO7, I would like to see an elf that can do KO7, so... I've tried all there is, I've played so much with different builds, different sets, different weapons, different
I Kobe
offhands.
with DL. Just toss daggers.
Yeah, but how much damage can a dagger do? I don't think I can get it more than what, 5, 6, 7 million per hit. And if I try to do a boss fight with the elf on Chaos 7 with 5, 6 million per hit maximum, I'm not sure it will take less than 15 minutes just to kill the boss.
Just another second. Don't trust them all. Just another second.
But the thing is, you can't snipe them. Those enemies charge you, the other enemies pull you. So this act is completely counter
I haven't
elf
seen
act.
my dagger do more than 2M.
Well, I'm talking about green gear numbers. Probably with green gear you can do like 5, 6, 7 million. And with good health regeneration and executors and stuff like that. But the thing is, on this map, even if I were to play with an elf, you'll see what happens. Like
If
one
you are
enemy
getting
would pull
5M,
me.
please tell me how.
You can tell me what build you're using on the elf.
Okay.
You can tell me what build you're using, but I think it's about green gear, executor's dagger. I can show you what I'm using on my elf, but I don't have at the moment blessings for it. I changed all my gear to HP blessings as an experiment, and as you can see, I don't have enough fragments at the moment to bring it back to crit damage. I also don't know which build you're using. Are you using the trap set, the poison set,
Yeah, I need green
the
gear.
summoner set? Yeah, this is gonna take forever. Let's not finish this map. I'm
I
gonna
just
do
started
something
playing
normal.
again today.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, you might need to farm some green weapons. Even without green armor, you may be okay,
Regan poison.
but you need the damage. Yeah, poison with regen is decent. It's probably the best damage output. I wanted to play today on the elf, but then I remembered I was experimenting with full HP blessed items, and this kind of got my damage more than 50% lower than what it was, and I can't re-bless my gear until I farm some fragments. So for now I'm kind of, oh no goat, seriously? Not even for a normal map? This is bullshit. This is complete and utter bullshit. Thank you for the follow, dude, much appreciated. Welcome to the Struck Club. Now what do I do when I don't have money for... Do I go to an easy
How you
difficulty
farming
boss
greens?
fight? How do I get money now? Let's do an invasion run for money. Let's do this one. Well, I'm just doing
STR4PT.
Grand
Thank you
Relic
for the follow
hunts.
and welcome to the Struck Club.
The best place to farm relics is a Grand Relic hunt, because you have that extra 900% wood quality. So you need a wood gear set with around 280% wood quality. Then you need this for another 100%. And then you go to whatever you can speed farm. So if you can speed farm Chaos 3, do Chaos 3. If you can speed farm Chaos 4, do Chaos 4. I wish I could sell items for money, then I would never run out of money. So I need 5,000, is that it? And I've got... where's the money? 10,000, okay, this was easy. This is 10,000. Let's gamble all my money on this. Act 4. Well, I'll have to complete an Act 4 map now. It will be a pain, but at least it's not an Act 3 kind of pain. There's at least a little loop on this act compared to Act 3 where none of the enemies are bringing the woo box.
Let's get another gun rest bait.
Chaos 3, Chaos 4, whatever you can do within 2.5, 3 minutes per run, if you can. Get the Lucky Charm, get some wood quality items. From gear you can get all the way to 270, 280 wood quality, just from your items. Add that 100 extra from the Lucky Charm, and that gets it to like at least 350 if your gear is with 250. Almost got one shot there for a second.
Let's get another gun rest bait. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop mortal. Just another second. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, gotta bounce for a second. There we go. Kill him. There we go. Few more enemies and I should be good to go for the boss fight. Hopefully this map has so many of those little blue demons that you kind of want to shot. Even while I'm running to the boss and they're getting burnt and bled, I'm getting the kills done. This is gonna take a while to kill this guy. At least there's no tornadoes, so all I need to do is just play a bit safer. If I can get him to move, it will be amazing, but it is very hard to get to move from that center spot. Now he's using the AoE wave.
I think it's dumb how they set up HPs.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's many things that need to be reworked, changed, tweaked, etc.
Like in the future, are we gonna be hitting for a billion HPS?
Well, we'll understand soon. Maybe not too soon, but we'll see. I'm wondering if there's gonna be some news soon about whether they're planning some hotfixes or updates or whatever. They've been pretty silent since update 1.05. At least I had a goal to do a build for each set of the items, like
They gotta scale
each
it
item
back.
set, so at least that I completed. Well, they do gotta nerf some stuff, like Chaos 7 really needs a nerf, because currently that's the only build that can sow Chaos 7 within a reasonable amount of time, because the damage is kind of reasonable. And it's not that this guy doesn't need a nerf, but it's not like Chaos 7 doesn't need a nerf itself. So yeah, I'm gonna be fine if they nerf this build, but they need to boost the other builds regardless whether they nerf or not this guy. I think he can kill bosses on Chaos 7 reasonably fast, and it doesn't feel like you're too overpowered. It feels just about right.
I just hate the HP scales.
Oh yeah, me too. Maybe if they just add some decimals, like if they move the damage a bit down, like remove some zeros, maybe it will be better that way. I think Chaos 7 in general needs to be toned down a little. All other builds need to be buffed up, but it's easier to just make the content easier and nerf this build to be on par with the others than to buff the other 11 builds to be on par with the content and with this build. So how am I doing with the goat? I have enough for a grand map. I don't want to risk it, because if I waste all my money on a grand map, I'm not gonna be able to reset. Let's do another Act 4 map. If I were to go and farm, I would probably do some Chaos 5, Chaos 4 on this build.
This build is meta DPS.
This build is the only one that you can see like 150 million damage on. On other builds, the most I've gotten is 40 million. The most. Here 40 million is just one of the WoW numbers I'm seeing. And I have enough green gear to have tested every single set, every single build with almost full green. Even if I'm missing 2-3 green items, it's more than enough to see how far the build can go.
Holy hell.
Yeah. And this is not the build at its best at the moment, because I removed this. This thing gives me 30% extra damage for 4 seconds each time I use my potion. But I removed it because I'm kind of a semi-farming build. And the other thing I replaced was my main pendant. This is my main pendant, I think. No. 31% wood quality. So
Gotcha.
this is not my best gear at the moment for this build either. But yeah, the build can be stronger. And it's strong enough to do Chaos 7 without feeling like someone that one-shots everything. Even the little guys I don't one-shot all the time.
Crit damage.
It is crit chance, crit damage, and I can get this quite high, the crit damage bonus here. Those are kind of, this is an amazing skill, 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 and this is extra 200 crit damage. This is just pure bliss or whatever. So it's quite nice to use this. Those two are the main sources of damage. This is also pretty nice. I've gotten it to 1878 crit damage. This is how far I've gotten it to. Made this build even more powerful than it was before. Before this was the most powerful build still.
God skill tree.
This is not what I usually play. Normally I go for this, I go for those two nodes and I take this damage. And I stop here.
Hey, Struck. Gowan dash please refrain from spamming caps.
Hey Gwaint, nice to have you again. So normally I would remove 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And those 4 points would go here 1, 2, 3 and maybe here 4. Sometimes I would go with those two for extra champion damage reduction. There's various options. But if my cooldown reduction is nice, I kind of go for this one here. Now because my axe, this axe is missing crit chance. So the build can be better if I put an axe with crit chance. So something like this would be nice, but it's missing cooldown reduction. And you can see this is 12 cooldown reduction, and you can't get 12 cooldown reduction from helmet or from amulet or from rings. But I can get 8 crit chance from an amulet or from a ring. So that's why I decided to sacrifice some crit chance on my axe until a good one drops. and to just go for that 12% cooldown reduction. If I were to get a good fiery Ring of Tori, which one was it? This one. If I get a good fiery Ring of Tori instead of my insulation ring, then I wouldn't need extra cooldown reduction here. I can just rely on Mountain Pendant combined with fiery Ring of Tori. Then maybe I can sacrifice this cooldown reduction here. But my cooldowns when I'm not fighting would be WoW. So it's still good to have that extra base cooldown reduction.
I need more time.
Grand Relic map. Okay, now we have money to do a grand map. And even if we need to reset, we can try a lesser map. There we go. It makes me feel like a bum in this game now, after I've wasted so much money on resetting maps. It's such a huge money. I do wish the gold rates were increased like maybe 4 times than what they are. Of course I can use gold farming passives and things, but I don't feel like it's worth
Is it
it.
plus 300% DMG for every party member?
No. What do you mean plus 300% damage for every party member? Do you mean wood quality? Currently playing in a group doesn't seem to do anything besides being in a group. I believe they need to increase the wood quality and they need to increase the damage of the enemies and maybe the HP, or maybe not the damage and HP, but maybe some armor and armor piercing and things like that for the enemies. So if they make it like Path of Exile and some other games where playing in a group actually modifies the wood chance and the power of the enemies, then it will be
No DMG
nice.
on the bleeding set.
Bleeding set? What? This is not the bleeding set. What do you mean the bleeding set? I'm not sure what you mean, dude, for a bleeding set.
Just another second, and I'll crash the
I'm not playing with the bleeding set, dude, at the moment, but the bleeding set would be this one, the last song. And it's not 300% for every party member. It's 300% in general,
I
so
count.
regardless who is hitting them,
No.
they would be taking 300% more damage. And regardless whether the damage is bleeding
I'm
or not.
talking about the last song.
So from the last song, if I make my enemy bleed, and if I have a party member attacking it, regardless of what class it is, whether it's fire damage, poison damage, etc., the enemy would be taking 300% more damage. If this is what you were asking. It doesn't matter whether I'm attacking him or not, he's just taking more damage from all sources. At least that's how it's worded. I don't play in team, so I haven't tried it, I haven't tested it myself. But the way it's worded makes it sound like this.
That set is the strongest braggy set, it seems.
It is very strong, but it's not as strong as this one for solo, for Chaos 7. I've tested it with green gear and I can tell you I can't get the crits more than 40 million. So the highest crit I've gotten on that set with the most damage oriented setup would be 40 million. And it's not like I cannot set up the build. As you can see, this build I've set up for max damage. And I can get 120, 130, even 140, 50 million damage if I go for complete maximum damage build. So On paper it seems powerful, and it is powerful for team play, but in actuality when you're playing solo it's not as powerful. And I don't think the vast content of the game should be limited to group play only. What they should they should balance the game for solo play and then make it harder when playing with a team, depending on the team members in the party. This is how normal balancing is done. You can see some of my lowest crits on my high damage skills are 40 million on this guy. The lowest. On the other set, the lowest crits are like 9-10 million or something. On the last song set. The last song, together with Undefeated, the Undefeated would be making 200 million crits. So if I have someone with the last song set now debuffing the enemies with me, I'll probably get all the way to 200 million if I remove the wood quality items and skills. So this is a good combo, having two slayers in the group and having someone like with a banner and maybe a mage. So mage, soldier and two slayers, one with the last song, one with the undefeated, would be an amazing composition at the if you want to squeeze the most out of the damage. And the mage needs to be with blinding light and with the sentinel staff to be able to buff the team for extra damage. Maybe blinding light is not for the extra damage, but it still helps. Okay, Greater Relic map. Cinch, okay. Oh, tornadoes? No, I don't want to do tornadoes, they're too annoying. Nurgle, nice. Can we sell something? Haven't seen some greens in a while. Earlier I did 2 maps, 2 greens. So far I think today, since I started streaming, how many hours ago was it's strange why I'm not seeing... Oh, there we go. I wasn't seeing my chat on my OBS. So I started streaming 1 hour 34 minutes ago and I've gotten like 4 green items or 5 green items. Maybe more. Kinda haven't counted, but I did get quite a few. So Chaos 7 of course does drop more often. With this build it doesn't take too long to do it. It takes probably 1/3 more time invested than doing Chaos 5. Because most of the time I'm kind of moving throughout the map. That's only with this build. Look at how many enemies, oh man, perfect. Ah fuck, the healer healed him. Okay, I can rush to the boss now. The main reason I stopped there was just to kill those little enemies. AoE, AoE. Gotta be careful.
I need more time. Don't talk.
Oh wow! Something hit me very, very hard. Must have been the poison on the ground. But within like a second and a half, 2 seconds, my HP got drained. Sometimes he stacks more than one of those green circles, he stacks more than one in the same place, and this can destroy you within seconds.
So, I need more time. What a sweet death. No, I need more time.
Do you stun the enemies consistently with the ability? Or do you just
Yeah,
crit
Ring of
normally?
Resonance. Ring of Resonance stuns. So I can stun with Last Bastion, with Strike of the Anvil, with Call to Oath, 3 skills that can stun. So fuck! Any skill with cooldown can stun when you're using Ring of Resonance.
LOL.
You can see, Last Bastion stunned them and made them bleed. So it's not a damage skill even, but it can still stun. This is why Ring of Resonance is so important for a Slayer build. That's based around bleeding and making stunned enemies bleed and things like
That's something I don't like about this game.
that. Yeah, there are some things that should probably be reworked and made a bit differently.
Too many up items.
Probably, I'm not sure that there's too many though. There's actually a lack of items in this game. And because there's a lack of items, some builds suffer and others don't. Because other builds have better synergies with the few items we have. If there was more variety of items, then there would be more variety in the builds. Now, you're kind of
That
forced
are
to keep
changing a
using the
whole
same
character.
item. For now, most of the items benefit few builds, but the other items you kind of don't want to use. Like Ring of Dexterity, not many builds would benefit from Ring of Dexterity. Ring of Shadows and as well, Ring of Shadows dodge chance is abysmally bad. On Chaos 7 they can still one-shot you all the time, so that dodging doesn't really help much. It's barely dodging enough as you would expect. I much would have preferred to have 100% chance to dodge for a few seconds each, like each 30 seconds or each 20 seconds, to have a buff that gives you for 3 seconds 100% dodge chance. That would have been much better for that ring, to know that when you need it, it will proc and you would have some good good dodge chance.
Just another second, and I'll crush
Something like that. I mean, that's just an example. Maybe of course they can think of something better. But just giving you flat dodge chance, that's kind of whoa.
more time.
It just doesn't make it worth taking over something else unless it really has some good rolls on it.
Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop me. I need more time.
But I think if the game has more items, more variety for how to make a build, maybe it will be easier to balance the builds. Like if they add items that are specific to certain builds. Because now most items are general and every single build can use them, but most builds won't really want to use certain items. Ring of Resonance seems to be good regardless of the build. If you're using skills with cooldown, even if it's just 2, Ring of Resonance seems like a very nice choice. Come on, this guy keeps one-shotting me. What's the map mods? Enemy damage, okay. Yeah. So on Chaos 7, even though they can... Fuck. How the hell did this happen? I was invulnerable. I really don't like that when I don't have energy to cast my Avenging Charge, he starts attacking. That should be a toggleable skill. Instead of starting to attack, I would just have him stand there in the middle instead of attacking. Something like just saying his line that he doesn't have energy, and that's gonna be fine for me. Okay, let's kill some normal enemies and go for the boss fight. Those here maybe should be enough. Okay, time for the boss fight. Haven't fought him today, I think, or maybe just once. Another elite with the same skin. So he's probably more dangerous than the boss himself. Okay, just the bow left. Okay, let's see. Please be good to me, chest. Might need to restart the game, it stopped dropping green items. When it's been more than 10 runs on Chaos 7 without a green item, then you know you gotta restart the game. It hasn't been 10 runs though, it's probably been like 6 or 7 without a drop. Ah, what the hell? What's the motto I'm doing? We lose health every second when we're not fighting. Well, I was fighting, so must have stumbled upon someone's attack by accident.
Chaos 7?
Yeah, it is Chaos 7, dude. Hello, Hebone.
How?
With the only build that can do Chaos 7 solo, dude. Currently, this is the only broken, or maybe not broken build, the only not broken build. So it's the Undefeated set. You need this set, the Challenge Undefeated set. And you probably need some of those skills. Ideally here, instead of Lucky Charm, you would be using something like Elixir of Power. If you don't have Elixir of Power, a very good choice would
Broken,
be
nor broken.
Unwavering Mustard, Relentless Carnage. So Relentless Carnage would be a good choice here if I didn't have Elixir of Power. And this can be down-moded, like I can quickly show you in the town some options. If you don't have do this chain reaction, you get this to a basic one. Or, yeah, just
Guess it's
get this
only
to a
out on
0
OC.
cost. Yeah, it's only out on PC,
Asterisk PC.
but this is still the most powerful set in the game, even before Invasion. Even before Invasion, this build was strong, maybe the strongest. Still not as strong as it is now, but it's still very strong build. I do think that it's fine. It's not too powerful for Chaos 7, so he seems to be doing fine. It's not like people can't one-shot me. It's just that the other builds are not powerful enough for Chaos 7 damage-wise to kill bosses efficiently. By the looks of it, they balance the game for team play, not for solo play, which is a terrible thing to do in an offline mode game. If the game was online only, where you couldn't log in without an account or something like that, kind of like Path of Exile, then maybe something like this they could get away with. But as I've said multiple times, it's better to balance increased difficulties for each party member, the way many other games handle this. So as the base, and each party member adds some extra difficulty, extra wood chance, and extra other stuff. I do think the elites need to be modified though. Elites need to have something like, you know how in Diablo and in Wosen and in games like Hero Siege even, which is a 2D game, even in such games the elites kind of have something special to them, like one of them might be burning, then the same type of elite might have some extra HP mod. Even in Torchlight Frontiers they have things like Invigorated or like regenerates extra health and things like that. If they do something like this and kind of tone down on the annoying map mods, this might be better. And then they can just make so that the elites have more mods to them. The bigger the map, the more mods to the elites and things like this. Maybe they could be global mods like those, but instead of just global mods, there might be some mods to the elites, randomly generated. And this could be increased depending on what difficulty you're playing. More monsters would spawn with some extra mods, more elites would have some extra modifiers underneath them. Oh, this is nice. This is good for doing. But if you're not playing on PC, you also wouldn't have green items available to you, since they came with the invasion update. Let's gather some more. Let's group them up neatly. AoE Bonanza. some nice fighting.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time.
Wow, this almost hit me. I was like a few centimeters away from where he hit with his one-shot skill.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give another little flashbang. No, I need more time. Let's give them a little flashbang. No, I need more time. Just another second. I'll crush them all.
More kills.
Water sweet. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you.
Keep happening. It's exactly as if someone's wiretapping your phone and you're hearing that crackling. The same happens sometimes when I'm streaming. Like my audio gets muted for a split second and then it gets returned. Voice meter messing with me.
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Don't toy with me. Just strike the fatal blow.
Up a bit.
Let's get the respite. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Ah shit, he was so close to dying. Just when I was about to dodge.
No, I need more time. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
This guy with the big two-hander that killed me even.
No, I need more time.
Because the boss wasn't doing a one-shot attack at this specific moment. Should I do a quick invasion run just in between? Because it seems to be glitched with the wood. Let's force it to drop something. Let's do this one. Those are easy. Anything that says champion is easy because it's just a small arena fight. Kill a
Stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time. Water sweet's dead.
Okay, let's leave now and do another relic hunt. Let's try a grunt. Did we get lucky? Yeah, good rolls, good mods.
Nothing can stop you. I've lost the blood. I'll crush them all.
So tomorrow I'll have some more free time during the day and I'll stream. Not sure exactly what, but I'll stream some stuff during the day. Today I was busy making this Think You're Sync at the top, this overlay. I was busy making it in After Effects, so kind of was experimenting.
Let's give them a little respite. No, nothing more time. Let's give them a little.
Ah shit, just when I was about to jump.
Let's give them a little rest.
Ah, I messed up the combo. I should have started with the other jump and then
I need more time.
used code to ult. Ah, come on, I thought he already exploded. This was a bad start of this.
Cowan, maybe you could do some Soldier C7 content. Character.
I tried with Soldier, I can't. I tried every single possibility on every single build on the Soldier, and I just can't kill the bosses. The damage is not enough. The damage is not enough, and the longer a boss fight, the higher the chance of me getting one shot. So it's not worth it. Even if I eventually end up killing the boss after 20-30 minutes of combat, it will not be worth the time I've spent on a boss. And what? There's nothing special about Chaos 7. Just extra a little bit more wood chance. Compared to Chaos 6, it's what, 300 extra wood chance? That's not enough to motivate me to lose 30 minutes on a boss fight. Worth it. The way they've balanced the game, Chaos 7 is only worth playing with this class. With anything else, you're better off just playing Chaos 5 and farming some green items on Chaos 5.
Then I have to look up for your Soldier video.
I have 3 soldier videos. 3 builds, 3 videos. 3 sets. So each hero, each set I've made a build for. So I have altogether 12 build videos for Invasion, and I have some build videos for before the Invasion update was released. So if someone is playing on Xbox and PlayStation, I do have some old versions of my builds that can actually be used for the pre-invasion patch content. It's just really not worth it. Even yesterday I tried a bit with the soldier to play Chaos 7 and it just doesn't work. Eventually I gave up and I didn't finish the boss. It's just not enough damage, and not enough damage prolongs the fight, which in turn, the longer you fight, eventually you die if you're like not the best at reflexes and stuff. And I am way past my prime when it comes to reflexes, kind of why I don't play shooters. Maybe some 14, 15, 16-year-old kid might have very good reflexes and be able to do Chaos 7 with one of my soldier builds. But I sure am too old for this shit to be able to dodge one-shot mechanics all the time. Wolsen recently released a new update, so maybe tomorrow I can try and test it off stream. And if I like what the new update is, I can stream it. The least I can do is I can stream the campaign just for the story mode so I can see what it is. But the thing is, when I stream Wolsen, I'm really lagging, I'm losing frames. The game is very heavy, it's not optimized for medium powered PCs like mine. And it's CryEngine, of course. I can't expect to be able to stream and not have bad quality when the game is so heavy. And an ARPG doesn't need the best graphics, it just needs good gameplay and enough content. That's all an ARPG needs. It doesn't need to look like a shooter. So I don't know why they decided to use CryEngine for an ARPG. Okay, this was nice.
Nothing can stop you.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to drop items. It's glitched. So now eventually, after not dropping items for a long time, the game probably will crash. That's what kind of happens to me. Every time the game has crashed has been after like 15 or 20 runs of not getting items. Once I did 25 boss rushes on the Great Unclean one, and on the 25th or 26th it crashed. Then I didn't continue, and in neither of those I got a green item. So boss rushes, stay away from this. Okay, let's do some invasion for money. Let's do... oh fuck, I started something by accident. Well, luckily I started a champion or a swarm.
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time.
It would be nice to get money from the donations as well, not just fragments. You get measly 20,000. 20,000 items for one donation rank. That's a joke. It should be at least 2 million. Because you're kind of spending so many time to get that extra reputation rank. As you can see, I've been farming for a few hours, and yesterday I was farming for a few hours. And this hasn't moved. That's because I'm not looting the red items to sell them. But even if I was, it would probably need 7 or 8 maps of fully looting every single red item, selling it to get the reputation level to go up. And getting 20,000 is a joke in regards to gold. The fragments are good. 200 fragments feels rewarding. Ah shit. Got trolled again. Let's try maybe a boss rush. Oh no, boss rush is not the best thing for me at the moment. Okay, let's maybe do something I haven't done at least. If I'm gonna be farming invasion, I might as well farm something I haven't done. Or let's try the boss. Let's try the boss fight. The kills for boss fight. Maybe it will give me some decent money.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite. Let's give them a little respite. You'll never take me like that. No, I need more time. Let's give them a little respite. Don't toy with me. Just strike the fatal blow. No, I need more time. Let's give them a little rest. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop me. More time.
Let's see how much money I won. Okay, around 10,000, not so. And doing a lesser map on Chaos 7 is kind of like doing a grand map or Chaos 6, I think.
No, I need more time.
Or even like doing a greater map on Chaos 6. So doing a greater map on...
I need more time.
A greater map on Chaos 7 is the same as doing a grand map on Chaos 6. Because it's just 300 difference in between the ranks. Ah, shit. I thought he was aiming this way, I guess he was aiming that way. Thing is, he keeps rotating. While he's charging this attack, he can keep moving and rotating and change the direction that he is going to do the attack in. This attack that just killed me.
No, I need more time. Just another second and I'll crush them all. No, you'll never take me like that. Take me.
Okay, let's group up a lot of enemies. This maybe should do it.
No, I need more time.
Ah! Those one shots are raining.
Just another second and I'll crush them all.
It's raining one shots, Chaos 7.
Just another second and I'll crush them all. Just another second and I'll crush them all.
If this guy had a build where you can kind of use something like executors to get damage based on how much HP you regenerate per second, he would be a beast, even a bigger beast than he is now. Because you can get it to like 300 and something thousand HP with all the buffs and Was Bastion and all the passives if you go all the way here. And that would mean you would be regenerating shit tons of HP per second, shit tons of extra damage. The scout needs something like this god skill. So if the scout had something like this, she might be maybe closer to power to this guy. If she had something like this and on the way you're picking some damage or crit damage mods. If you're picking some crit damage and health mods on the way together with some health regeneration and you had something like extra 25% HP on the scout, this would have been some very powerful build for Chaos 7. Then you could have a scout with 300 something thousand HP with all the buffs and stuff. More reason to play executors, and they need to make something about people playing the other daggers. Because now, even after they nerfed executors, it still seems to be the best dagger for a scout. one was done. Should I change the difficulty? It's stuck, it's not dropping. Sometimes it's worth doing that, just changing the difficulty a bit. Let's go quickly on Chaos 6 for one run. Should I try this on Chaos 6? Sure, it's gonna be a big mistake, but let's do it. So at least that extra 30,000 gold is not lost. Just one run, then back to Chaos 7, so maybe we can bring the luck back.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Don't toy with me. Just straight to things. Let's give them a little respite.
Fuck, so such an annoying map.
Nothing can stop. No, need more time. No, I need more time. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop. Just strike the fatal blow. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Left and right. Finally, I stopped on one place and that's what happens.
Nothing can stop. Need more time. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, let's keep going.
Nothing can stop you.
Shit. Wow. Look at that, they're kind of, this guy pulled me, then this guy pulled me, then the other one pulled me. They're not joking in this zone.
No, I need more
The
time.
healing is so much.
What a sweet.
Ah, fuck. I'm kind of stuck, I have to kill those, otherwise I'm toasted.
Just another second, and I'll crush them
And
all.
the worst is they're pulling me while I'm mid-air, so I can't even finish my skills, they're kind of interrupting my leaps.
Crush them all. Nothing can stop. I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Ah, fuck. No, I didn't even see what killed me, I was there, on the stairs, like here.
Let's give them a respite.
What? Look where he's facing, look where I am. How? How? I wasn't even in the purple zone.
Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time.
Okay, those are done. Let's go for the boss.
Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
How many healers? One, two, two healers. Maybe three healers around the boss. This is amazing.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give
Ah,
it
fuck.
I need more time.
Okay, two more healers need to die. One of them I think I killed.
Nothing can stop you.
Wow, this one there doesn't want to die. I need to pull him to come to me, but he's hiding behind the boss. Okay, he's dead. Now the only problems are the raptors. The boss would be easy to deal with if I can kill the raptor.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give it a little respite.
And there we go.
Nothing can stop you.
Okay, back to Chaos 7. This was just a test here.
Nothing can stop you.
Please be good. Give me a good map. Come on, it keeps trolling me. Well, this is a terrible map, but let's do it. Chance to spawn a pool of blood when they die, and we're a close range fighter, so there will be shit tons of corpses around me. And this blood, it kills you within a second, second and a half of stanking.
Nothing can stop you.
Just see that. Immediately my HP going down as soon as someone dies.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Are there portals? At least there's no demonic portals, so on the boss fight, if I clear the enemies, there won't be too many.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite.
Ah, fuck. If I do more than one skill per time, and then I'm toasted. Usually I try to start with Strike of the Anvil and I stun them with Ring of Resonance, and then I do Call to Out for extra damage. Sometimes I mess it up, but that's usually what I try.
Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
Ah, fuck. Terrible map. I just really need to tweak the numbers on those bleedings and things about Chaos 7, and it's not just Chaos 7, even on Chaos 5 those poison pools, not poison but blood pools can actually one-shot me. So it's just kind of doing too much damage. And it's from a single one. I've seen a single one of those go very high. Like, I can test it now when there's just one enemy left. I'll go into a single pool after I kill him, and we'll see how high the damage is.
Let's give them a little respite. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, let's wait for just one enemy to be left. Okay, now this guy. Ah fuck, more enemies came. Come on, I want just one enemy.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite.
30-40,000 per tick. So this is how much this bleeding is. 30-40, now it's doing 15. But earlier the other ones were doing 30-40, even 49,000 per tick. So 5 ticks and you're dead.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. You'll never take me like that. Pick me.
And the sad thing is, there is such a thing such as damage reduction in this game, but if you build your character around damage reduction, you still get one shot, and it's kind of pointless, because you won't be able to kill anything in a reasonable amount of time. So even if you go for a tank build on any class, especially on Conrad, it just doesn't feel right. So there's such a missed opportunity to make a proper tank build in the game viable. And with the nerf to block damage and block chance, block damage shouldn't be capped at 30, at 3000. It shouldn't be capped at 3000, it should be capped at something like 30,000 or something like that. Because you actually should be benefiting from the blocks, you should be avoiding some one-shots by maxing out your block damage. If you are able to take a hit that usually takes 280,000 damage, and it takes 250,000 and survive, then it would be quite nice to know that it's worth sacrificing damage, but to at least be able to avoid some one-shots. There's many things that need to be balanced in the game, so hopefully they are hard at work trying to rebalance things to make it more enjoyable on the harder difficulty. The more people enjoy the game, the more people will play it. And if you just try to cater to the hardcore, try-hard gamers, then they're gonna lose a lot of players.
Do you know what I think, Struck?
Not sure I know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Unless I know what you think, I won't know whether I know or not.
I think they went on vacation 1 week ago, Karen.
I think so too, maybe. I mean, it's summer. Everybody deserves a little bit of vacation. They're done with the launch, so maybe it's time for them to rest a bit. The thing is, developers and every employee of every company has a right to take vacation.
And they are French.
They have a right to take vacation whenever they want to. So if an employee that's in charge of something important has taken vacation, there's not much the boss can do. It's their legal right to take vacation. But it's good to hear from them. If there's gonna be a break or something where we won't receive any news or something from them, just let us know. It's fine. I wouldn't mind knowing that there's gonna be some kind of staleness in regards to hotfixes or patches, because someone needs time for this or that. I mean, communication is nice, man. When they communicate with the community, it's showing us good signs.
Let's give them a little respite.
Okay, let's go here. Did I kill the boss? Oh no, I've killed some elite. It wasn't the boss. Now it's the...
I need more time.
You know what I don't understand, just telling everyone what their plan is for the future.
Well, it's good to tell what the plan is for the future. There's such a thing called travel, where you can make like a roadmap for your game
Since
and
2
let
weeks they
players
just
know
went
what is
invisible.
being worked on, what is planned in the far future, what is planned in the near future. Travel is something good, so if they make something like a travel board, it will be amazing. Just so we know what's the progress. Are they working on such bug or are they not? Are they working on that type of content? Are they not? So travel would be the best thing an indie developer can get for their community and themselves. It's not just for the community, it's easy to track internally what things are being worked on and stuff like that. They can have a public travel board for us and a private one for themselves, and just move things around from the private one to the public one when they're ready to release it to the public. We'll see though. I mean, I've done what I wanted to do for this game, to make builds for every single set there is. For now I can take a little bit of break from the game, play some Torchlight Frontiers, maybe the Diablo 2 Grim Dawn mod, maybe Titan Quest, we'll see. Maybe go back to WoW if it doesn't wag my PC too much when I stream it. I had drops to like 10-15 frames per second when I was playing WoW last time. So one of the main reasons I stopped playing was that it's too heavy on my PC. Mostly my CPU. The CPU is where I'm lacking, but a good CPU is expensive. Oh, finally, a green item. I'm probably gonna stream for another 1 hour. I'm not gonna wait until midnight tonight, cause I started earlier. So I'll stop around 11 p.m. and then I can go and watch some movies. But we have 1 more hour, and let's see what can provide what sleep. This is such an interesting item. I do wish there was a nice build centered around it. I tried the build with a lot of HP, where you can afford to take some hits, but the higher the difficulty, the more the things that can one shot you. So it's kind of very difficult to get your HP low when you're using Wasp Bastion. You can still keep using Code to Oath, but without Wasp Bastion it will be a bit difficult. So I can try and use Code to Oath to keep my HP going down, but eventually it will kind of not be enough, and there should be less things that can one shot you to make an item like this worth even being in the game. And I did test it, this damage doesn't grow much. At least on paper here it doesn't show that much of a damage when your HP is very low. Which item is good is that one, the Victor's Tribute. It's very nice for this build. The Rage Centered Axe. I do wanna get a green one of those. Let's do this map. Wow, this guy's not taking any damage.
No, I need
Now he is.
time.
Ah, what? I didn't even see what hit me. I'm sure it's not the meteor. I can tank the meteors. They don't kill me.
Can stop. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Yeah, let's see what.
Nothing can stop. I need more time.
Ah, damn tornadoes. Should have seen that there's tornadoes on the map. I kind of did. The boss fight will be a bit messy with those tornadoes. Hopefully I get one of the easier bosses.
How did you farm your greens?
On Chaos 3, 4 and 5. Most of the greens on Chaos 3, 4 and 5. This is the only character that I used Chaos 7 to farm some items once I got some green weapons and and this is the only class that can actually do so Chaos 7. If someone finds a build on another class that can sow Chaos 7 in like 5 minutes or less per run, do let me know. I would pretty much like to try it myself. See, I'm ready to kill the boss. Okay. Look at this map. It's annoying labyrinth.
I need more time. I need to fight. Nothing can stop you.
I did draw the short stick. Look at how long it took me to reach the boss.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. You'll never take me like that.
Yeah, I've been doing relics hunts on Chaos 4 with slow results so far.
Wood set, like wood quality set, and the Wookie charms. This one, Wookie charm. When I farm, I always equip it. From your items, you need around a total of 250, if you can, even 270 wood quality, and the Wookie charm is another 100. But it's completely random. I mean, I may end up doing 2 runs on Chaos 5 and both runs could give me green. Then I could end up doing 15 runs on Chaos 7 and get 0 greens. Today at the start of my stream I think I got 5 or 6 items in the first 10-15 maps in Chaos 7. And then it kind of stopped for around more than 10 maps. I think I didn't get a single. RNGesus kinda has to be on your side if you wanna get some items. And by the way, hello Votos, welcome to my Twitch channel. Nurgle, okay, I love me some Nurgle maps. Chaos 7 streaming, that's why I'm playing this class, because it's the only one I can do it effectively. It's not my favorite class to play, nor is it my favorite build, but it's the only one I can do Chaos 7 with, so kind of stuck with.
Have you completed Invasion? You think it's worth it?
It's worth it for this thing. This is amazing. Regardless on what hero you're playing, this is worth it. Another thing that's worth it is this thing. And another thing that's worth it is this. So if you combine this and Elixir of Power and a Ring of Resonance, you're getting some very good results. Some mage builds would very much benefit from this Veteran's Chain Reaction. So if you use Veteran's Chain Reaction and Master of Equilibrium or something like that was the name of the skill, with the Belkuradris set, the War Master, then you get some amazing results being able to spam the Step Between Worlds on a mage without cooldown and without energy cost, so you're kind of spamming it all the time. I can show you on my mage in a moment if you want, just to see what I mean. It's an amazing build, it's probably one of my favorite mage builds. Thing is, with the mage, all three builds for all three sets are fun. They just each have different strengths and different weaknesses. Like the Belkuradris set's weakness is the damage. But it's very nice in regards to survivability because you're very mobile. Being able to spam your teleports and stuff. Whereas the other two sets have a bit better damage, but survivability wise are not as strong. Okay, let's go towards the boss room. Ah shit, I can't go up there with my chain. But I can go down there with. Trying to see what the limits of the chaining. Wow, that po shit, no energy. Okay, now I have energy. Ah shit, 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 shit. This was close. Ah man, this overpowered poison circle, man. I can't even stay there for a short second in between the jumps.
Do you
that
only
it's
kill the bosses on these runs?
You have to kill 100 monsters, then you can kill the boss and open the chest. At least on the invasion update, I think they added this, that you kind of have to kill some monsters before you can open the chest. But yeah, I kind of do that. But if you see one of those big chests, the one with 4 horns, the ones that are not relic chests but are still the best kind of chest, still open them. If you pass so many chests, open them, but don't bother killing too many enemies. Just try to make the run as fast as possible so you can have more relic chests per hour. The majority of the green items I've gotten are from those relic chests. So relic chests per hour means green items per hour increase. So like sometimes I would open like this chest, you always want to open those chests if you see them. And you want to open those chests before you open the relic chest, because then you lose the relic bonus. Like this will
I
give you
always get my
300.
greens from champions.
Really? For me, 95% was from the relic chests. Interesting. But yeah, for me it has always been like that. Like 90-95% of the green items I've got were from those relic chests at the end of the map.
Yeah, but you swipe all the champions carrot.
I've done full
I
clear
kill and
maps.
open everything.
Before I used to do full clear on the maps, and I used to kill every single champion, and I used to open every single chest or everything like that. But this was my first 2 weeks in the game when I was doing this, and it wasn't that good. Then I decided to just experiment with speedrunning, and it seems to be a bit better. At least I've gotten better results that way. And I've gotten better results on Chaos 3, 4, 5 than on Chaos 7. But I haven't played Chaos 7 so much, I've only played it on this build, so it's kind of limited. I think it's really random and it's very annoying sometimes. It would be nice if the invasion gave you some green items for completing 50% of the map and then for completing 100% of the map. Just so you can get some random green drops to motivate you to try and finish the invasion. Because now the only motivation for me to keep repeating the invasions would be to try and get better road Ring of Resonance. Besides that, the other things I really don't need there. Once I've unlocked them once, I don't need to re-unlock them. Not a bad motivation to be able to get a better road Ring of Resonance, but it doesn't seem to be enough to keep you repeating it times and times again and again. Unless the RNG is really bad and you really can't get a good Ring of Resonance like me. It took me 5 runs, 5 repeat runs, until I got this one with crit chance. Again, it's not the best, I wanted something with crit chance and cooldown reduction, so I wasn't as lucky as I wanted to be. You can see how bad the RNG would be. And there's no way to reroll items. If they had a way to like sacrifice some green items to reroll others, something like the Diablo 3 rerolling system is perfect. Being given choice between 3 mods that you can pick from and replace one of the mods that you've decided to sacrifice. So the Diablo 3 rerolling system is nice. And it could be made something similar here. That way min-maxing would be a bit better, instead of having to grind your ass to oblivion. The more I have to grind, the more bored I get and I eventually stop playing the game if it's forcing me to spend too much time. But there's also a reasonable amount of time that should be spent gearing up and min-maxing things.
Maybe just pay 5,000 fragments and reroll the item.
Oh no, please not fragments. I'd much rather sacrifice a green item to extract some green core out of it or other type of material and then sacrifice it, then pay 5,000 fragments. But yeah, we do need some sink for fragments and gold. For gold we have a sink, we have the ability to reroll maps, but for fragments we don't have a sink at the moment besides blessings. So maybe fragments could be part of the price, but 5,000? I'd much rather be able to sacrifice some red items to be able to reroll the red items and green items to be able to reroll the green items. But even fragments is okay, I guess. It's better than nothing.
And make
Eventually
it more
I'll
valuable
farm
to
them.
give items to the merchant guild.
This is what I was talking about. Merchant Guild giving you 20,000 gold is a big joke. 200 fragments is kind of okay, but 20,000 gold for a level of the Merchant's Guild is like a slap in the face. It's as if they spit, they coat the spit with the back of their hand and swap it on your cheek. Wow, it was still in the air.
And I'll crush them all! Let's give them a... Let's give them a little respite! I've lost the blood rush. No, need more time.
I just have to play less recklessly, but that's not my style of playing. I like playing recklessly. Chaosbane. Wow. Now what killed me? There wasn't a fire circle and there wasn't a one-shot skill. Was he doing the big one-shot wave and I didn't notice?
I need more time. I need to fight. No, I need more time. Don't toy with me. Just strike the fatal blow. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop me.
Okay.
Nothing can stop you.
Now let's see if we're gonna be lucky with something with good mods. Nurgle off exploding enemies. I really don't want to do an exploding enemies map, but I guess it has to be done. Because I could have gotten something like a completely different act, like act 3 or 4. So this is better at least.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. I've lost the blood rush. Just another second. Nothing crush them all.
Oh, I forgot that there's exploding enemies. Wow.
I must return to the fight. I must return to the fight. Stop you.
So many explosions. Oh fuck, tentacles. Almost got me with the tentacles there.
Let's give them a little respite.
So yeah, I'm killing some champions now just to see. Don't get stuck.
Crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, I'm ready to go for the boss now.
Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
Big chest.
Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
fuck. Couldn't jump. No, I can't.
Second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
A bit difficult exploding enemies on this boss.
No, I need more time.
And is there demonic portals? Yeah, the bad combo, demonic portals and exploding enemy.
And I'll crush them all.
This is much made in the, let's say, demon lands. I'm not sure what they call it in this game. In Nurgle-land.
Let's give them a little respite.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, eventually it was bound to happen. Let's try again.
Just crush them all. Nothing can stop you.
Ah! Damn. I kind of used this skill and I was supposed to go there, but I got stuck in his hand and I couldn't escape with my escape mechanic. It's gonna be an annoying fight to complete. Ah fuck, no energy. Okay.
Just another
I can always play it safe and just go next to him when I have my vulnerability. But this makes it a bit boring.
No, I need more time. Can stop you.
There we go. And do it.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
And let's see for some extra chests. Oh, a second chest from this side in this map. I thought there's only one of those big chests in a.
Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them
So
all.
before you open this chest, open everything else. Look at the wood quality. Since it's a 900 extra wood quality, now I'll lose 900 as soon as I open it. You can see 900 just went away. So if you're opening those other chests, like those chests here, if you want to open anything that's around the boss, open it before you open the big chest. Otherwise you're losing some potential wood quality increase. I should probably make a video with tips and hints about the game for new players or for returning players and things like that may not know this. There are some bits of wisdom that I've kind of learned the hard way in this game. So maybe I should think of a list, make a list and then make a video with the... Oh shit, wrong map. Exploding again. Should I? Let's reset it one more time. Okay, at least it's a bit better. It's not the best, but it's better. What's with the damage reduction this guy was stacking? Maybe this guy was buffing him here, the mage. Wow. Yeah, one-shotty one-shots.
Nothing can stop you. Need to fight. Nothing can stop you. I need to fight.
Oh, wrong way. Okay.
Let's give them
Oh wow, I can already go to the boss.
Let's give them a little respite. Must return. Nothing can stop you. I need to fight. Nothing can stop you.
Oh, big chest. Yes. Not some
I need
one though.
blood rush. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite.
Oh, is this a no map?
Nothing can stop you. No, need more time. Let's give them a little respite. Don't.
Oh, what? What happened here? I really didn't see what hit me. Was it the mages? And there's quite a lot of.
Nothing can stop you.
I knew I avoided the blue things.
No, I need more time. Don't toy with me. Just strike the fatal blow. No, I need more time.
Now, one of them kind of died by itself. So I guess the boss is summoning
I need more time.
if they die after I die.
You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Nothing can stop you.
Ah, fuck. Okay, it's obvious I'll be dying, so at least let me kill the mages before it's too late. Ah, it's gone. No, one is still alive.
Another second, and I'll crush them all.
I guess they're gonna keep reappearing though. Even if I kill them, they're gonna keep reappearing from the port.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop.
As soon as I stop moving, I'm dead. While I'm moving, I'm dead. It's kind of, I need to kind of pay attention and stay here around the edges. Use my invulnerability, do a few hits and run away.
What a sweet death. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, few more runs like this, maybe couple more bursts.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Okay, this was nice.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, please be good to me, chest. No, next time. The beginning of the stream was good to me, then it kind of stopped being good to me. Drop wise. Tornadoes. Okay, let's do a lesser map then.
Caps.
What about caps? And hello Adrian8686. Welcome to my Twitch. There is some caps protection, but it didn't work when you wrote caps.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need to fight. No, I need more time. Nothing.
So they have extra armor. I'd take this any day compared to exploding enemies.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Let's see, where's the tentacle? Okay, there it is.
Stop you.
Ah fuck, got stuck in the wall.
And I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. You'll never take me like that. Hit me. Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time.
Okay, a few more enemies and I can rush to the boss.
No, I need more time.
Even if I start rushing now, eventually they'll die from the burning that I'm leaving behind me. There we go.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. I've lost them.
He's nearby this time.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Oh, it's much better when he's moving. He's taking more damage when he... Oh fuck, a healer? Seriously? A healer would come next to the boss.
I need more time.
There should be some limitations how far those healers can go.
Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time.
Now where is the tentacle? I'm sure he was casting it somewhere.
Stop you. No, I need more time. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Ah, come on, I healed even with Last Bastion. I interrupted his tentacle attack. When there's like 2 or 3 of those poison circles in the same location, it's pretty nasty.
Let's give them a little respite. Water sweet.
Ah, come on.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Stop you. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Death.
Shit, shit, shit. Too many enemies around.
Stop you.
Ah, come on. Doesn't say there's demonic portals appearing on this map. Just armor, but they're still appearing. So why? No, I didn't jump there, I jumped here.
Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little sweet death. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
No, how?
I need more time.
This boy's just messing with me. Look at him.
Respite. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little
With the trolling insta tentacle in the direction where I'm moving.
Let's give them a little respite.
And what's with the demonic portals appearing? Even elites are appearing from those, without it being part of the map. The game is definitely broken.
No, I need more time.
It's as if those things are just for show, and actually the map is receiving more than one mod.
Let's give them a little respite.
Okay, let's woot.
Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Where is my wood? Oh, there we go. It's this way.
Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. I've lost the blood rush. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, unlucky this time again. Let's try again. This isn't bad. This is nice. Maybe the gold and fragments. I think the fragments are increased on Chaos 7, but are the goat drops increased? I think the higher the Chaos, even the wood should be increasing, not just the quality of the items, but the fragments and things like that. Fragments and goat, if I'm winning more in Chaos 7, it would be quite nice to sustain the mapping.
Just another second and I'll crush them all.
The maps.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Shit. Almost died there.
Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite.
Was it armor or HP? Enemy health.
Need more time. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Just straight the thing through. No, I need more time.
And those trails of fire that I'm leaving are very nice to regain some HP, because each crit from that burning can still restore some HP and energy. This is one of the reasons why in my builds I like using the burning version of this skill when I have the skill points to afford using.
I need more time.
So even if I'm using another ring that gives me damage boost, or whatever ring I'm using that gives me something based on crits, this would keep proccing from all the burning, even if it doesn't do much damage, although on this build it actually does. 2, 3, even 4 million sometimes just from the burning. Ah, I thought I was behind him, but yet he still hit me with the skill that he charges in front of himself.
Let's give them a little respite.
Ah, now this guy killed me. Or it could have been the one with the sword.
I need more time.
Definitely wasn't one of the big guys though.
No, I need more. Nothing can stop you. Just another second. I'll crush them all. I must return to the fight. Just another second, and I'll crush them all.
Ah, come on. Let's be the banner. What else are they getting? Health, control effects, movement, constantly bleeding. Yeah, it must have been the banner enemy that keeps hitting me with that shockwave he's doing.
I need to fight. Can stop. Nothing can stop you. Just another second like that. Catch them all. No can stop. Need more time. What a sweet death. Let's give them a little respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Okay, I can go for the boss now.
I'll crush them all. No, I need more time.
Ah, just when I was about to use Ancestor's Gift, I was kind of 1-2 seconds slower.
No, I need more time. No, need more time. Stop you. Nothing can stop you.
Ah, fuck, I ended up in the circle.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you.
Unlucky again.
More time.
If I go on Chaos 7, maybe my luck will... Chaos 5, I mean, maybe my luck will be better than Chaos 7.
Nothing can stop you.
Usually most drops I've gotten on Chaos 4 and 5. Because I've played the most on those difficulties, I guess. Okay, a few more maps. Maybe this might be the last map. It's 10:56 p.m. I said I'm gonna be streaming until 11 PM. So maybe this will be the last, maybe one more, we'll see.
I need to fight a
I did wanna end it on a good note with the green item drop, but maybe not today.
No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time.
Okay, let's group those up.
Just another second and I'll crush them all.
Ah! This keeps happening. I end up jumping right in front of someone's attack while they're doing it, and I end up like getting hit by. Most of the times it would be the charge of the dogs or the swing of those guys with the two-handers. Always one-shot type of attacks.
Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. What a sweet death.
Wow, kinda got knocked back, stunned, and whatnot.
Nothing can stop you. Let's give them a little respite. Nothing, just another second, and I'll crush them all. Let's give them a little respite.
Okay, soon I should be able to kill the boss.
Can stop you.
I think maybe 10-20 more enemies are left from the quota.
Don't toy with me, just strike the big respite. No, I need more time. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. Just another second, and I'll crush them all. Nothing can stop you. No, I need more time. No, I need more time.
Did that big guy die? Yeah, he did. Okay, let's go for the boss now. Oh, few more enemies actually.
Just another second, and I'll crush them all. No, I need more time.
It'll be a tough one.
No, I need more time. Don't toy with me.
Aha, fuck. Just when I was about to heal. The potion was ready. I heard the sound for the potion ready, but no.
Let's give them a little respite. Stop you.
The problem is now there's a banner enemy somewhere near there. And it's buffing the boss as well. And it's not just one banner, I think it's two banner enemies.
Nothing can stop you. No, can stop. Need more time. Show 'em
Few more bursts. One more burst.
Let's give them a little respite.
There we go. Okay, nice. Well, this was a nice stream. 3 hours 21 minutes. Wasn't too much, but still decent. So it's 11 p.m. now. I'll end my stream earlier today, but I started it a bit earlier. And tomorrow maybe I can stream during the daytime as well, as long as I decide what to stream. Thanks everyone who watched. Thank you for joining, for the follows, for the subscriptions, and just for being here. Until next time, guys, and keep it cool. Goodbye.
GN8.